Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here to bring you a message for the new moon in Pisces happening March 6th, so today. You may have been feeling this energy coming for a while, but new moons are about, putting into plan and setting in motion what we'd like to see manifest, right? So I was playing with my cards getting ready for this, and a few popped out, so I've used one card from the Sacred Rebels Oracle by Alana Fairchild, and a few from the Messages of Life Oracle by Mario Dugue. And I just want to bring the messages that I've already pulled, and if we have time I'll bring a Whispers of Love Oracle that I'll just pull with you guys. But I feel like this was a really strong message. Spirit was urging me to do it this way, and it's cold outside, so rather than fumbling around and getting cards wet in the snow, I've decided we'll do it this way. So if you're new to my channel, if at the end of this it's resonated with you, please hit subscribe. It would be wonderful to have you along the journey, and if you've been with me for a while, thank you for continuing to watch. It means the world to me. So I want to also bring you a message from the Doreen Virtue Oracle, Angel Numbers book about 333, which we just passed that portal, the March 3rd, 2019. And it says, you are completely surrounded, protected, loved, and guided by the benevolent ascended masters. So you're always supported by spirit guides in all your decisions. And remember that at any point, if you want your angels and guides in your life or to take a more active role, all you need to do is ask. Okay, so I am going to take this time to ask Archangel Michael to jump in, to guide us, to bless us, to protect us, to love us. And any of you who would ask for it, just know that if you do want them, like I said, they're here for you. I'm going to also ask to be used as a clear channel to come with nothing but unconditional love in this reading. And I'm hearing journey as well, because that's what we're on, this journey of unconditional love for ourselves and the world around us. And manifesting right through, oftentimes, relationship with others is what I'm hearing. So before I go any further, just remember it's still up to you guys and your active free will how you implement this guidance and the knowledge that you receive through this. And if you don't feel like it's for you, don't make it fit. So the first message I received was from the Sacred Rebels Oracle, and it was the Sacred Fool. And I felt like it's really important, especially with this new moon phase. And this is being open to possibilities, being playful, gesturing. I mean, she's naked, playing with the puppet, and I'm hearing sensual desires as well, maybe part of this, but following your sensuality, and how can you co-create with that as well. Just for some of you, that's just part of it. But I'm going to read you the book, and as I read this, I ask you to keep an open mind and pay attention with your empowered vulnerability. How did it make you feel? Did this bring anything up into conscious awareness for you? What thoughts or feelings ran through you? And how can you use this to, continue to move on and better your personal situations in your lives, okay? You'll know, I feel like, whatever this is for you, whichever jump or leap you'd like to make. So I am going to read to you parts of this book. We may not read all of it, but here we go. The Fool is a great rebel, able to thwart convention and tell the truth without restraint. Your heart is a wonderful, powerful, sacred fool. It cares not for the right way to do things. It cares not for what the mind says is real and not real. It lives according to an inner wisdom that cannot be dictated or controlled by anything. It loves, it lives, and it is what it is. This oracle heralds a time, now and imminent, when you will feel inspired, alive, and passionate for what you can offer to the world. It says to you, don't try to be appropriate, don't try to be socially acceptable and worry about what others think about you or doing. Just be. If you want to hear a mad hat whilst doing so, fine. Wear a mad hat while doing so, fine. The sacred fool in you is willing to leave behind what has been because it no longer feels right to stay attached to it. The sacred fool in you trusts life completely. It would never occur to this part of you to try and outsmart life or resist its flow. It recognizes that the mind is a monkey puppet on strings, right? Mumpy. This is your mind. Feed it carefully, my friends. More often than not, it is cajoled into fear when it could be playfully dwelling in the radical spontaneity of life. So the sacred fool in you urges your mind to let itself be pulled into joy to your heart, by your heartstrings, not into fear and doubt by the controlling machines of mass media. But yeah, mash media, because they mash your freaking brains. This oracle brings you a message. It's time for you to play. It's time for you to let life happen in a completely unreserved, unscripted way. The more bizarre, left field, unexpected, and apparently ridiculous, the better. This might not feel safe or appropriate at first. That is okay. That is good, actually. It is a sign that you are breaking with your own self-imposed conventions. It is time to move beyond them now because a bigger life adventure is calling to you. This is wonderful news. New moon, guys. It is the desire of life to operate more radically through you so you can become the conduit through which miracles and crazy wild spontaneity or synchronicity can occur. You are becoming more electric. You are more plugged into the apparent randomness of life. Apparent because there is a refined intelligence behind it. The sacred fool goes with this without having to understand any of it, which is good. Trying to access even one genuine glimpse of life's unfathomable genius would probably make one's head explode. Okay? As you take this journey, you might find that people around you are challenged. You might unintentionally cause them to rethink the way they live their lives. I hope so. They may question whether the way they are living is the only way for them or even the best way. At first, they may react rather than taking responsibility. The sacred fool in you doesn't engage in this. It is what it is, and it rises and falls as it will. It doesn't stop you from your merry dance of unconventional being. If you find yourself making choices that have others questioning your sanity, making you out to be a fool or a jester, then you are on the right course. You may feel that you are quite possibly going insane, but you are not crazy. You are just approaching enlightened awareness. There is a moment, sometimes a rather long one, when we wake up to life, shed our attachment to mass opinion, and float in a completely different state of being. We might find that no one is really able to understand or connect with us to the point that we question our state of mind. Stay with that. It will pass. You will eventually see that you are becoming sane in an insane world. The tables will turn and you will gain greater inner freedom and creative juice. Stay on your path. Stay on your journey. Remember to take nothing too seriously, and it will all work out perfectly. Follow your soul and heart's fire, my friends. And the back of this card is the cover page, but it's beyond the mind, the heart beats. There is so much that when you follow your heart and follow your soul's true purpose and your soul's callings, it will not lead you astray. So there is a healing incantation here that you can repeat after me, and you may want to say it a few more times, on your own, but it's, I call on the sacred fool of unconditional love. Please help me access your lightness of spirit, your wisdom and ability to exist in the heart of truth, to be powerful without becoming attached to or obsessed with power. I honor your vision. May I see and know so truly and be free. I choose of my own free will to give myself absolute permission to just be myself now and always through unconditional love, mercy, and compassion. So be it. And that's my prayer for all of you. Just be yourselves. Love yourself. And if there is anything chaining you, imagine anything, any shackle, anything that is holding you back, poof, it's gone. Shake it out, okay? Shake it out, and as you think about it, bring out the drum, get the music going. It's gone. Let that stuff go. Okay? So there were some messages I got from the Messages of Life Oracle, and the first one was letting go. As we take our first steps into the unknown and jump in leaps of faith and stop being this puppet on a string and realize we create our realities and we can move in the ways that we choose and nobody can make us feel crazy, when you hit those enlightened awarenesses, when you hit those more higher vibrational frequencies, everything else may seem a little bit weird to you because you're not in that matrix anymore. Letting go. Today I leave my fears in the hands of God and regain my inner peace. I know that God is within me and everywhere around me, sending me what is most beneficial for my soul. I am never alone. God sends his angels to help me face each difficulty. I am without fear because I know the best is yet to come. Accept this energy and know that anything that has come to you in your life, you're strong enough to handle it, and let go of the attachments, what you think it needs to look like, and take those massive rebel jumps. Use your rebel yell and scream as loud as you can at the top of your lungs and leap. Let go of what binds you into heavy 3D energy and keeps you down. And self-love. I love myself and accept myself as I am. I love myself and accept who I am as I am. It is not my ego that I love. Rather, it is what is divine in me, the purity of my being. I take the time to care for myself and to enjoy life. In doing so, I stop searching for the external things that create only an illusion of filling my emptiness. Let go of the stuff that you may have held true at one point to have. Some people also have a fear of being alone, because of your own thoughts, and they create this sort of prison. Let go of that. Let go of whatever weighs you down, because that is not loving yourself truly. Let go of the things and the places that say that you're anything less than worthy of divine love and of going for whatever your soul tells you to go of. Any socially constructed belief systems and constrictions to your joy and happiness, as long as you aren't hurting anyone else, right? As long as you aren't being destructive to you or other people, what is the harm? We're all equal, and we all have equal freedom to explore our creative endeavors and our passion. What brings us joy? Go for that. Oh, I'm hearing too, this new moon, bring rebel passion and joy to everything. Playfulness, because you are the master of your life. And there are no limitations to what you can do and what you can bring into your world. I allow myself to exceed my expectations. I remove all internal barriers created out of my own beliefs and fears in order to open my consciousness to the infinite. There are no limitations. There is no end. Everything is continuous. I open my thoughts towards a broader horizon beyond my perception of reality. I am now open to all possibilities. And I'm not going to read this one because I feel like I just keep reading and reading, but you are the master of your life. And it all depends on what you take chances on. What are the chances you take? And those steps you take. And I want to ask one last message from the Whispers of Love Oracle, because this is about self-love, but if you are also wanting to attract romantic love, is what I'm hearing, you want to take whatever this leap of faith is, because it could be romantic love, it could be a new financial situation, taking into a new job, a new friendship, new relationship, just new avenues, new passions, right? Playing, the puppeteer in your life and walking through wherever you want to, not letting someone else, right? You're not this monkey on a string, you're not a flying monkey. I'm hearing Wizard of Oz. I love that movie. But I did shuffle earlier, and I got practice compassion, right? There's no limitations here. Thank you, Spirit. For anyone watching this, what's one last message for this new moon in Pisces that I can send anyone with, please? Woo, thank you. Yeah, love thyself. And the bottom is ask for help. So I'm going to go with this first, but ask for help. Right? There is support for you all around, whether it be your friends, your loved ones, a support network or a support group, depending on what you're going through, and helping you let go of whatever these self-limitations are, or whatever, these self-imposed limitations or culturally imposed limitations, right? Whatever the mass media with this fool has told you to be truth, really releasing yourself from those conventional belief systems. And ask for help from the people around you. People can't read your minds and expect miracles and blessings coming your way. Because love is all around you. We had 3 cards pop. So love is all around you. Paying attention and showing compassion and love for everything around you and letting go of anything that tells you otherwise. Because I love you. These are very important words. saying these to the people that you do love is important, and knowing and feeling that we are loved is also important. So letting go of any fears you may have of expressing your truth and your love into the world, as well as receiving that and loving yourself first. Tell yourself you love you, and that love is all around you, and seeing it, because it will also shed more light to the places where maybe you don't feel there's love, and you need to give yourself a little bit more self-love and walk away from situations. But the bottom was, be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more love. And I'm being drawn immediately to the shell here, the conch. I was going to bring some smudge. I made some white sage with peony and rose petals and cedar, and I was going to smudge, before we did this, in my abalone shell, and I needed a pillow to sit outside, and my son gave it to me and threw it, and my shell cracked and everything to the ground. And it was like, in that moment, I didn't actually get mad, and it was like heartbreaking, right? But just accidents happen, and it's like, be willing to express love. And I feel like, and those are the moments where accidents happen. Express love in those moments rather than being angry, okay? And let go. Things are things, but when we love people, right, if they break our stuff, I don't want to destroy him or get angry at him for something he didn't mean to do. But the lessons and the miracles and blessings here is that, I knew it was going to break somehow. I saw it smashing to the floor and was like, well, I'm going to be really careful. It's like, because some things happen no matter how careful we try to be. Maybe that was the lesson here. Let go of any preconceived notions that you have about any limitations. And if you feel like there's limitations, look at what are they, and maybe ask for help for other people around you to help you break through these limitations. And I feel like these were the really big ones, right? Express your love into the world. Love is all around you, and I love you. Be supportive, union of hearts, and I see show simple acts of kindness while showing themselves. If you come from a place of self-love and peace and, a real true desire to bring love into the world and show those acts of kindness, no matter how great or small, into the world with no and I'm hearing compassion with no attachment to an outcome or no attachment to, receiving the same in return. Just don't allow yourself to be walked on and used and taken advantage of, but with those that you love, be open and be giving, because, there, with this union of hearts was the bottom of the deck, and listen with your heart, but there are no limitations. There is nothing that stops. When you connect yourself with, your masculine, your feminine, and both of you are at union within yourself, there are really no limitations. And if this is a relationship, this particular relationship may have no limitations. So be willing to express. If you love someone, tell them, set them free, or set yourself free, and give love out into the world, because love is all around you, and the more we give out, the more we can create and expect that in our lives, because we're happy with ourselves. And the biggest thing is take those leaps of faith. You're not a monkey on a string. You're not a puppet on a string. You're not a court jester. You're not here to please anyone else but yourself. So follow your heart, follow your soul's fire, and dance, my friends. Anyway, that's what I've got. I love you all very, very much, and I hope that you guys have a great new moon blessing, and whatever intentions you set, whatever new endeavors that you set, I wish you nothing but the best. Peace and love, guys. Bye now.